Our focus, of course, is on Tropical Storm Debby and its effects and impacts that can be felt here later tonight and through your Monday morning and afternoon. If you want your extended forecast, that's available on WTXL.tv or just download our news app, search WTXL News. But the system itself is still in its formation stage in terms of intensifying as a weak tropical storm to a stronger wind-wise tropical storm. It will still move north to northwest and then eventually northeast over those waters, which will allow it to intensify. And based on the National Hurricane Center forecast, it does carry the center of the system and all of its rain opportunities and abilities into the Big Bend region. There's still this belief that it will make a turn to the north-northeast near or before landfall. So that's been a consistent trend. I like looking at trends when it comes to forecast data. That's been a steady trend for about 2 days now. That's not to say it's going to definitely come out like this, because again, there is a margin of error, and that's what the cone is for. But the cone does not mean everybody within this expanse gets hurricane force winds. That's not what it means. It's very specific to where that center goes. I do anticipate storm surge being certainly something knowable across the Forgotten Coast, especially later tonight. East winds initially pushing the water levels up. We'll call about 4 to 6 feet. There can be some lesser storm surge, especially across the inlets and the Apalachicola Bay region. Jefferson County around the Wildlife Refuge, the onshore wind kicks in tomorrow morning, so you can see higher water levels and more direct onshore push from winds with the approach of the eye. So that can cause about 6 to 10 feet on average around Taylor County's coast, with maybe a little higher possibility north of Keaton Beach based on our exclusive Q-risk model, which does tend to show higher water levels possible. This can be a maximum expectation, but still you should prepare for storm surge that can be upwards of 6 feet easily and maybe even as high as 9 to 12 feet in that central portion of Taylor County. With the rain that this carries, there's going to be lots of accumulation. Highest accumulations will be in our eastern areas. We can see some steady and heavy rain at times across the 319 corridor, so a flood watch does account for that, with some areas easily getting 3 to 6 inches in our eastern zones, and likely some higher amounts too. Latest modeling does show that as the eye moves inland, most of the heavy rain will be on the east side of it. Then the system slows down over southeast Georgia, so that will prolong the rain, not the wind, but that moisture will continue to fall in the form of steady rain, which adds up to easily 6 inches plus for some areas along and east of I-75. But yes, you're probably concerned about the magnitude of the wind, and rightfully so. If you're along the coast and you've been through these before, not to compare to other storms, because it's just not a wise thing to do to compare it to Idalia or any other storm. But the overall forecast does show a pretty stretched out amount of tropical storm winds bumping right up against the coast, and even a little indication of a brief time early tomorrow morning where we can see sustained hurricane force winds. We'll monitor the buoys out there, see if any data comes in as far as that goes. The winds will start to come in from the southwest across those coastal areas, while around the circulation, most areas will have a northeast to north wind pattern, depending on where the center goes, and then we'll have more of a southeast to south wind pattern for the Swanee Valley. And we lose a lot of the sustained tropical storm force winds as it moves inland, but you can certainly have some steady times of winds, 25, 30, 35 miles per hour, even well after it moves inland. Now here's our in-house forecast and focus, where I do hesitate to show this because, again, it can give a false sense of security. But the overall trends, again, trends are good to follow. It continues to show more of the center going towards the eastern half of the Big Bend. Western areas, yes, you'll get some rain and occasional wind, but the heavy rain is going to be the main effect that I'm going to be concerned about. Eastern areas can have a pretty high to even extreme risk for prolonged flooding through Monday and even into Tuesday. Most areas will have some gusts. I would certainly expect that in many cases. A tornado risk also exists, especially near and east of the center and through those feeder bands that roll up by later tonight. So some of our eastern communities and counties and neighborhoods will have to watch for a tornado watch, or even some warnings for spin-up tornadoes that can rotate around even as early as late tonight. So those coastal areas will have the highest effect from the winds as well as the storm surge. We can expect winds along Taylor County and then even offshore to be upwards of 60 to 80 miles per hour, and similar wind patterns for Apalachee Bay, with higher wind gust potential for the immediate coastline in the Forgotten and Central Big Bend.